Good Monday, everyone. Thanks for stopping by GardenStateWeather.com and GardenStateWeather.blogspot.com, your source for weather information for the northern mid-Atlantic region 24 hours a day. I'm forecaster Robert Smith, and we've got a very busy pattern ahead. We get rid of one storm that overproduced snow in Philadelphia and southern New Jersey and Virginia and the Delmarva region yesterday on Sunday, and then created a mixture of ice and sleet, which is ice actually, freezing rain, and then rain, which is now exiting the region today. We've got another cold front coming through tonight, and that will set the stage for another disturbance that will come in the form of snow developing tomorrow morning and continuing on through tomorrow evening. We definitely have a lot going on, so this is going to be a long video. Get your coffee ready. These watches or winter weather advisories here, these will all expire during today, this morning, at various times from 11 o'clock through 1 p.m. across the entire region, except the further north and east you go, up towards interior Connecticut, where the precipitation is now exiting out onto Newport and Rhode Island and points south. And the southern edge of the precipitation shield with that low pressure area is now exiting the New Jersey coast too. There's a little bit of leftover rain here, a light rain that is, across the central and southern regions. Now, what's interesting is that we do still maintain the small craft advisories through 6 o'clock tonight, and these small craft advisories until 6 a.m. tomorrow morning for the south shore and east ends of Long Island, also the north shore of Long Island, south shore of Connecticut until this afternoon as well. And these are all probably going to be reintroduced or just kept in place a little bit longer, in other words, extended. Now, these watches and warnings down here through Baltimore and Washington, D.C. are winter storm watches that will be in effect until 1 p.m. tomorrow. And I would expect that a lot of these warnings here move up across the New Jersey region, whether they are in the form of winter weather advisories once again or winter storm warnings. We saw this yesterday when Philadelphia had no watches. Then the watches were expanded across the river here. Then the watch advisory actually went to a winter storm warning in Philadelphia and much of this region here, from Wilmington, the Turnpike, all the way over into the central and southeastern portions of New Jersey. It was a very dynamic day for snow yesterday, and I would expect that a lot of this is going to transition into watches, warnings, and advisories again later tonight and tomorrow for these same locations. Let's begin by talking about the water vapor imagery, which shows the vorticity and general flow in the atmosphere. We have a ridge of high pressure off the east coast of the Pacific, or the west coast rather, and this ridge of high pressure is allowing cold Arctic air to continue to spill in a mean trough axis here across central Canada all the way down through Texas. Now, embedded in this flow, we have these little X's here, which are vorticity maximums, and all the reds here is the drying air, the blues indicating the lifting going on. We have one region of lift that's exiting the region, and we have another disturbance which is forming here across Texas, and another one across the Four Corners region, with yet a third maximum off the coast of California. These will all move up along the frontal boundary that will be draped in this region here, passing off the east coast during tonight, and that's going to lower our temperatures once again. It's also going to introduce quite a lot of moisture to the feed, and as such, that moisture will ride up and over the cold Arctic dome in place, and snow will begin breaking out during tomorrow morning. Latest surface analysis from WeatherRoanoke.com and digital atmosphere software shows the lingering precipitation getting out of here. We're just left over with a lot of clouds, a little bit of fog too across central and southern New Jersey, and some drizzle and some freezing drizzle, but temperatures are warming now. They're getting above freezing in most locations. Here comes the Arctic front. This area along the boundary here, the old thermal boundary, this will head to the south and east away from the area. A more impressive area will develop over the Four Corners region and ride up along this boundary as this Arctic front makes its way to the east coast tonight, and precipitation will begin to break out and move steadily to the north and east rapidly in fashion during tomorrow morning. And there are some delays this morning out of Newark and also out of LaGuardia today because of the weather. There's an hour or 2 hour delays either inbound or outbound due to the weather. Conditions are rapidly improving, but we still have temperatures nearly freezing or above freezing in many locations. They're already getting into the upper 30s and lower 40s right along the immediate coast, where temperatures inland are still struggling, especially in the hills of northwest Jersey, Sussex, and Warren County up into the Poconos here. Temperatures either side of freezing this morning. Now, MVFR conditions and IFR conditions will be lifting just slightly. There will be a little bit of VFR in a few spots during this afternoon and evening, but then everything goes back downhill with IFR and MVFR conditions returning for tomorrow morning through tomorrow evening. And if snow banding sets up in locations such as we had on Sunday, those conditions will deteriorate to IFR through the entirety of the event. Let's begin by taking a look at the NAM WRF model from Penn State's eWall site. And we'll notice a couple of panels here. We're going to focus on the 850 millibar temperatures as the Arctic front comes through and the precipitation overriding the boundary. As we get through the day today, the cold front will make its way through and pass through the region overnight. Into early tomorrow morning, the snow will begin to break out from southwest to northeast and cross the forecast region, especially around the coast and offshore, during the afternoon hours. Now, this is where things get interesting because temperatures here at 850 millibar level are forecasted to be in the -6 to -9 degrees or -10 degrees here across the Poconos and all the way down to -3 along the coast. 850 millibar temperatures are supportive of snow growth in this region, and anything lower than -5 would support like a 10-to-1 ratio. Lower than that would support a 12-13-to-1 snow ratio. And if we have snow banding setting up in this region tomorrow, then we're going to find ourselves in precipitation, especially from coastal central Jersey, Monmouth, all the way down through the Delmarva region once again, and the jackpot of 3 to 6 inches. Interior locations anywhere from 2 to 4 inches, and the further north and west you go, 2 inches or less. Now again, all of this will depend on where the snow banding sets up. Yesterday's event, perhaps on Sunday, overproduced in central and southern New Jersey through Philadelphia and the Delmarva region into the DC area and also into Baltimore. So the key to this is the front, right, and left rear exit region of the upper level jet. These two coinciding with this low will enhance the precipitation and frontogenetic forcing at the same time to produce where the snow band will set up, and that's going to be key to the snowfall amounts. It's going to be out of here very quickly, and we're in for a very cold week, folks. Temperatures are not going to get out of the 20s. They'll be in the teens at night, especially with snowpack. The NAM model does an excellent job for the most part, especially figuring in the temperatures with clearer skies, lighter winds, and snowpack. So it's doing a fine job with the temperatures, and hopefully it will keep us, we're going to have to keep warm this week, that's for sure. And generally fair weather through the rest of the week. There might be a disturbance or a lake-enhanced effect snow well removed from the area during Thursday. Things get interesting by Friday afternoon, Friday evening, and Saturday, particularly later Saturday through Sunday, when a stronger disturbance races in our direction and produces a mixture of snow, sleet, and rain over an extended period of time. And that's going to be one that we'll talk about in tonight's video forecast discussion. The live feed will continue on the website throughout the event through Tuesday, and don't forget, all of that information is live, GardenStateWeather.com, GardenStateWeather.blogspot.com. This video is just the video forecast discussion for this upcoming event, and to discuss this for you during the day on Tuesday and Tuesday evening. If you have travel plans, be mindful that tomorrow is not going to be a very good day to be traveling outside. If you can postpone things, that would be wonderful. If you can't, then you're just going to have to allow yourself a lot of extra travel time to get to and from your destination once the snow begins during tomorrow morning and continues through tomorrow evening before tapering off from southwest to northeast. We'll focus in on the late week storm system for Saturday and Sunday in tonight's video forecast discussion. For GardenStateWeather.com and GardenStateWeather.blogspot.com, I'm forecaster Robert Smith. You make it a good Monday afternoon. Be safe out there, and we'll see you bright and early again tomorrow morning with a special video forecast discussion coming up once again during this evening.